I'm old enough to remember a time when organisational writing was limited to a few senior people in an organisation who probably had a secretary to type up their letters or memos or proposals and reports they were sending out. They were very carefully vetted, they were personally signed, carefully proofed before they went out of an organisation. How times have changed. Now when somebody starts work for an organisation, probably the first thing they get is an email address, a password, and then they're told, go and communicate with the world on behalf of this organisation, which is a great thing, and there's some good productivity in that. There's also some dangers that we need to be aware of, because every one of those messages and the way that they're constructed, the tone that they have, is creating a reputation, not just for the sender, but for the organisation who sits behind it. And so the importance of writing in organisations, the quality of writing, our writing skills, is something that more and more people are paying more attention to. Organisational writers at all levels today write for a whole range of reasons, from the simple email exchange of information, getting information, through to web content that needs to be updated, promotional materials, proposals, reports, letters, a whole range of things. And we know from our everyday experience that the quality of that writing can be really variable, and that does have implications. We've got a half-day and also a one-day workshop that can be tailored according to your particular needs, that takes organisational writers through the essentials of writing effectively. We explain to them things like common problems in writing. Most of us can spot the problems in other people's writing, not always so aware of it in our own. So we highlight those. We also examine the process by which people read. We write in a certain approach, typically a linear approach, and yet readers don't read that way. Readers read from their own perspective, out of their own world, and importantly, it's the reader, the receiver of our message, who actually creates the meaning behind what's being communicated. So we look at that process and explain how we can adapt our writing to meet those needs better. We also help people understand how to structure their writing for maximum effect, and we look at ways to make our writing more interesting. The whole purpose of it is not to give people a boring grammar lesson, although we certainly do give them some great takeaway resources to help them have a ready reference so that they can support their writing on an ongoing basis and maintain a really good standard. But it's to give people confidence about approaching the writing task, because a lot of people say that they really do struggle with it. They know they're doing some things wrong, they know they could do better, but they're not quite sure how. So if we can help you improve your organisational communication in the area of writing for results, let us know, and we'd be happy to develop a program to help your organisational writers communicate more effectively for your organisation.